Welcome to the channel. This is a new VW T-Cross, and as you can see, this car is in the really cool new rubber ducky yellow, which was chosen by social media users, and VW went for it. And it is definitely an eye-catching color. So there are 3 new colors on this new T-Cross, including this color, and this car starts at just a smidge under £24,000 in the UK. So this is an updated version of the T-Cross. This car has the SUV DNA from the Touareg, and you can see my review of the Touareg on this channel. And there are other changes other than the cool new color. We've got a new front bumper, which is much more sporty and looks a lot more striking. We've got new lights, and this car's actually 21 millimeters longer, which is probably about that much, than the previous generation, which means a bit more space inside with the seats and in the rear too. So that's a nice little bonus that VW have given us. And it also has new IQ LED matrix lights, which was the first time offered on the T-Cross. And actually, if you think about it, that's really, really good, because being able to see in the dark is very, very important, and matrix lights make a big difference to what you can see at the night, and they don't blind oncoming traffic as well. So I really like that feature. Now, you might notice actually, and I can see it in person, that this car has a very compact shape, which I think is very, very attractive and I like a lot. And we've got a new rear end as well with these new lights, which look, again, very sporty. We've got definitely the VW family. Everything's moving towards a light bar. Now, this isn't a light bar, but it certainly gives the effect of a light bar. And then we've got this now. Oh no, I'm not a fan of this, because on my own RS3, I have this kind of design, and I absolutely hate this design. Now, I have to be honest, it looks perfectly good on here, and I'm being a bit picky there. I think that there should be something going on there other than just sort of a meshish design to fill the bumper. But anyway, this is a very striking, very attractive car, and I really like how it looks. With any SUV, we have to talk about space in the back. We've got 385 litres of space in the back here, which is decent enough. You can fold down the back seats and increase it to over 450 litres. And of course, with those seats down, then you can put something really long all the way through. So, you know, it's got a good space. I would happily have no issues with this. Obviously, it depends on what you want to put in the back of your car, but I think this is great for what it is. In the rear, it's very comfortable. I'm 1.78 m and I've got tons of space. I think even if you were 6 foot, you'd be fine back here. These seats are very comfortable. We've got USB Type-Cs, 2 of them here. And then there's a big gaping hole where I guess the climate vent would be, but there's no climate vents in the back of this car that I can see. No, there aren't any, so there's a hole there. So you could use that to put something in there, maybe your AirPods or something if you had some. There's no also pull down bit in the middle and no pass through, but you can put the back seats all the way down. The headroom really does impress me. That's really good. So in the back here, you'd be very comfortable. Even I think with 2 tall adults, you'd be fine. Sitting inside the T-Cross, first of all, let's talk a bit about the specs and the engine. So there's 3 trims of this car, and there's 2 engines. We've got a 95 PS and 115 PS version. They're both 1 litre engines. There's a 6-speed manual and a 7-speed DSG. So that's what you've got in terms of engines, starting, like I said, at just under £24,000. Really, really good value. In terms of the actual interior, really high quality interior, I think. We've got soft touch plastics. We've got this material here, which isn't plastic. I don't know what it is, but it feels nice. We've got this cool interior here, which looks a bit like carbon fiber, but isn't. You know, they're not using carbon fiber and leather on the inside of this car, but the materials they've chosen, they've tried to make them look like they're more high quality, which is obvious and is definitely appreciated. Let's have a look at the steering wheel. So we've got the buttons here for controls, as you can see, and then we've got our digital driver display, which is all new, which is very cool, which you can then adjust the views through and scroll through, which is nice to see. And then we've got our infotainment screen here, which is either 8 or 9.2 inches. And then I love the fact that we've got sort of a hybrid touch screen system, kind of like VW have in their new cars. But there's also actually a screen here, so you can actually see the temperatures and see the fan speeds, which I really, really like. And then we've got this new interior with a nice new finish, which feels more premium and more in line with VW's other cars in the range, which is very good to see. So that's good on the interior of VW, and it's also worth noting, I mentioned in the back that there's no climate vent. You can choose to option climate in the back if you want a climate vent and you want that extra zone. So it is an option, just not on this car I'm sitting in. All right, let's go for a drive now, see how it performs. Let's do a 0 to 60 time thanks to VBox, and let's just check it out. What's driving the new T-Cross like? I'm making use of the travel assist now to drive. Now I shouldn't do this, this is very cheeky, but you can see this car is quite happily taking these corners here in the Cotswolds. Went over a pothole there, really no problem at all. It's steering itself, it's controlling the speed. I can control it obviously on the steering wheel. So the travel assist works really well. And again, I love that ability to know that you're safe in the car. Obviously you're not meant to take your hands off the steering wheel, but this is working exactly how I would want it to work. And it's a very, very capable system. So great to see that technology working inside the car in the way that it's meant to. That's a good thing that VW have added as standard to this new T-Cross, and it is now standard. So that's really, really good, because I'm a big believer in the latest safety technology inside cars to make cars safer to drive and better to drive as well. Now, we talked about the engines here. We've got two options, 95 PS or 115 PS. They're both 1 litre engines, so we're not talking about really fast, aggressive, sporty cars. These are about economy, about luxury for the price point, I think, and being able to drive around in a car which you feel is such good value. And I don't think there's any doubt about that here, because this car is definitely a car which rides really well on these Cotswolds roads. Now, of course, the Cotswolds probably have some of the best roads in the UK. If you're looking for somewhere to come driving, come to the Cotswolds. The suspension is firm but supple. It doesn't feel like you're wafting around. It feels like you know where the road is. You can feel it as you're driving, which is nice. Now, maybe you don't want that. Maybe you want to feel like you can't feel the road. Maybe you want to feel like you're on a cloud. A great car for that is a Rolls-Royce Spectre, which is a lot more expensive than this, but I have a review of that on the channel. But this actually feels incredibly sporty for what it is. For a 1 litre engine, I'm very impressed by what you get for the value of this car. A car which is clearly going to be very economical due to the small engine, and also is fun to drive. So well done, VW. This is a really impressive and capable little SUV which has been updated with a new design, with some new interior materials, with some new standard technology to make it more in line with the rest of the VW SUV choices, and it's done a great job. Let's try 0 to 60 in this car. Go! And we don't have launch control, I can tell you that much. And you can hear the little 1 litre engine revving up to get to 60, and here we go, 60 seconds, 12.56 seconds. So it's not a car for going 0 to 60 really, really fast, but it is a lot of fun to drive. That's a new VW T-Cross. This model is particularly striking in the rubber ducky yellow, which was chosen by viewers on social media like yourself watching this video. It's really good value, the starting price and what you get. I really, really think this is a big win for VW. Don't forget to check out my review of the new Tiguan and also of the all-new estate-only VW Passat on the channel. Please give this video a like and subscribe to more on the channel. Thank you for watching.